I'm Rob Ladewig, and Boulder will be my 32nd Ironman, and I'm running the Ironman in honor of my oldest brother, Melvin Ladewig, who's been missing in action from Vietnam since 1968. My mom and dad raised 8 kids, 7 boys and a girl, and he was 27 and a half years in the Air Force. So my dad commissioned 5 of his boys into the Air Force as second lieutenants. Melvin was the oldest. He always wanted to fly. Went off to pilot training, and his first operational assignment was in Ubon, Thailand, and he was flying F-4s. He got to his first operational assignment in May of 1968. And that was during the time period where the fighting was escalating. And his squadron, they were called the Night Owls, and they flew armed reconnaissance missions at night most of the time. They were flying up north most of the time and looking for supply routes and targets and bombing and strafing those targets. His airplane was shot down on the 24th of August, 1968, and he had over 50 combat missions at that time. I was the one who answered the door. On a Saturday morning, the first airplane in his flight basically reported seeing a fireball. They didn't see any parachutes, and so basically his status was listed as missing in action. Our hope is that at some point, you know, they're working diligently, but it is not an easy thing, especially after 48 years. The chances of recovering remains is slim. We've got a memorial stone that is at the National Cemetery in Fort Logan, just outside of Denver, and his name is on the wall in Washington, D.C. I spent 25 and a half years in, and basically retired as a colonel in the Air Force. When my oldest brother went missing, he has a 1-year-old son, and his 1-year-old son grew up to become an Air Force pilot. That was our legacy, and it still continues today. My commitment is basically to complete an Ironman at least once a year, as long as I'm physically capable, until we get him home. When I cross the finish line, I'm always thinking, this is one more in the books for my oldest brother, and we'll look forward to the next one.